Warm greetings to you all. It's a great pleasure to address this first GEF Council meeting under the GEF 6 programming cycle. The international community is in the process of determining the post-2015 Sustainable Development Agenda, and that's a unique opportunity for all of us to come together around an agenda which really is transformational and universal in nature, and which can successfully mobilise global partnerships for action. In my message today, I'd like to share UNDP's thoughts on why we think the GEF is and must continue to be a critical part of the journey towards sustainable development. So first, achieving sustainable development requires comprehensive approaches which reach out across sectors and build big partnerships. There's not much to gain from trying to tackle poverty, inequality, and environmental degradation in separate silos. We have to join the dots. Stopping wildlife poaching and the illegal trade in wildlife, for example, won't be achieved only by giving more rangers, more guns and more training. Stopping it also requires a full assault on poverty, and it does require improvements in governance and the rule of law too. It requires all countries and autonomous regions of countries to meet their international obligations under the Convention on the International Trade in Endangered Species. Likewise, the challenge of protecting our forests is not just a conservation issue. It's a climate change issue, it's an energy issue, it's a livelihoods and governance issue, it's a gender issue. It needs strategies across all those dimensions. At UNDP, we think the GEF partnership is very well suited to supporting such work. The GEF is the only major environmental financing instrument currently available which was designed to deliver multiple development benefits across different focus areas. And that is the unique value of the GEF. By serving as a financial mechanism for the 5 major environmental conventions, it can and it does bring together partnerships between governments and other national partners with the GEF agencies to find integrated solutions to sustainable development challenges. My second point, to achieve objectives across the strands of sustainable development, we have to do business unusual. Under Naoko Ishii's leadership, the GEF has firmly embraced innovation. It has a demonstrated ability to promote new technologies and approaches. It can help put in place policy and financial de-risking instruments which will catalyse private sector investments. It can continue to create the conditions for breakthroughs in energy efficiency, renewable energy, biodiversity conservation and other areas too. And my third point, a new global climate change treaty is urgently needed, particularly for poor and vulnerable countries who need support to address the range of climate challenges and move further towards sustainable development. Progress on the intended nationally determined contributions is now critical. As state parties to the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change focus on the journey to Lima later this year and then to Paris in late 2015, at UNDP we'll be working closely with the government of Peru to facilitate the organisation of the Lima meeting and take forward the political agenda on key areas like climate change finance. While we welcome the creation of new environmental funds like the Green Climate Fund, we also recognise the very important role the GEF continues to play in addressing the pressing climate change mitigation and adaptation needs of developing countries. And looking ahead, we think the GEF must continue to play a critical role in supporting readiness activities for accessing other climate finance, financing innovation, and catalysing for transformational change. So, for all these and many other reasons, at UNDP we urge strong donor support for replenishing the GEF's Least Developed Countries Fund and the Special Climate Change Fund. At UNDP we're proud to be a key partner of the Global Environment Facility. It has our full support throughout the period of GEF 6 and beyond. I wish you all a very productive GEF Council meeting.